If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, if you want to tell me you hate my videos, the best way to do it is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, an old freestyle from the City Girls surfaces, and in the freestyle, they're dissing Cardi B, Kash and Nicki Minaj. DMX drops a new song with Rick Ross, and Lil Nas X finally confronts Ebro and Rosenberg. Let's talk hip-hop. Alright, so this is an old freestyle, right? Gotta be from like 2 or 3 years ago, right? Maybe, I don't know, because the part that has JT on it, she's rapping on that free smoke, she's rapping on that beat, and that's a Drake beat, and that came out probably like 2017-ish. Maybe late 2016, so like 2 or 3 years ago, I guess, right? Funny as hell, all right? So, she ain't even really saying nothing about Nicki. It's not like they're, so JT specifically is dissing Nicki Minaj, right? Young Miami is saying like F Kash doll and all that stuff, right? JT also throws a little shot at Remy Ma saying, yo, I ain't Remy, blah, 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 whatever like that, right? So the whole situation is, it doesn't sound like they're joking to me. So, alright, so Young Miami went on her live and she kind of responded to this because a lot of people were in the comments on her live saying like, yo, how you gonna diss Cardi B? How you gonna diss Nicki Minaj? How y'all dissing Kash doll, blah, blah, blah. And now y'all trying to act all cool with them, right? And Young Miami said, yo, it was a joke. We were joking, right? It doesn't sound like a joke to me, right? But I don't think that they were serious either, right? I think that it's kind of like when you just don't know that you're gonna become famous, right? And you're a rapper and you're like, it's like somebody coming out now. They look up to Drake, right? They look up to Meek Mill, right? They look up to, these rappers that are like #1, right? And so they're like, F Drake and F Meek Mill, blah, 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 listen to me. But, I think it was like more of that. It was like satire kind of rap. It wasn't a joke, but also it wasn't like they were like, yo, when I see you, I'm smack the shit out of you type thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it was that either, right? But it's just funny, right? Because they was going in and it's clear that they did not know that they was gonna actually meet any of these people face to face or actually make it or actually blow up, right? So now that they have, it's like, yo, you gotta answer. It's just like dumb stuff that you might say when you're not famous, and now you gotta answer for it because now you're a celebrity and these people are your peers, you know what I'm saying? But it just shows like how, they was really in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Young Miami calls Kash doll a project asshole, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was really in the hood, rapping, and just was doing it for fun and really didn't think that anything would ever really come of it, right? But it's crazy because they did say their literal name. It's not like they was throwing subs or anything like that. They was saying names, and they was kind of, dissing them. But, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Alright, yo, so just yesterday in my video, right, I said, DMX performs his old songs really well, but can you really see him coming out with a brand new verse on a brand new song? And then today, he drops a brand new verse with a brand new song, right? So this is cool, right? Because like I always say, DMX is my favorite rapper of all time, and I want him to be the best. I want the world to like feel, the X, like how anyway, right? So yeah, man, so Swizz Beatz has a new album out, or maybe it's a mixtape called Godfather of Harlem, right? And I ain't listen to nothing on it. I'm talking about I ain't listen to nothing on it, but I did listen to the DMX track because of course I gotta listen to the DMX track, right? So also with DMX is on there and Rick Ross is on there, and then you have Swizz Beatz on the hook, right? And Swizz Beatz also did the production on the track. So the track is hot, it's fire. You got Rick Ross on the first verse, you got Swizz Beatz on the hook, and then you got DMX on the second verse, right? And DMX is murdering it, right? Only thing you ever shot was pool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was hot, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, right? And I've been saying this for years and years and years, right? And I might have even said this like a couple videos, or a couple months ago in a video, right? Where I said, that Rick Ross's ear for music is so dope, right? And that if DMX would just come out and like just go into the studio, lock in with Rick Ross and like really get on some, I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover, like that kind of hype Rick Ross, or see me in my 5, in my 911, you know, riding down Elvis Presley Boulevard. Like, you know those songs where like Rick Ross is like going hard and is like in the hook just like screaming and going hard, and then imagine and a DMX verse coming out on like one of those songs would be fire, right? So I always said that Rick Ross and like DMX combination would be fire, right? But the thing is that we didn't really get that because it was Swizz Beatz that did the beat and the hook too, right? So, you know, it was cool to see exactly what I wanted to see, DMX and Rick Ross together. And I'm not saying that Swizz Beatz didn't do a dope hook. I'm not saying that his beat wasn't fire, because it was, but it was just like, I would like to see Rick Ross involved in more of the, you know, production or the EPing of that song, right? Because Rick Ross's sound plus DMX's sound, I think will be great together, right? But it also seems like DMX ain't really trying to do anything with nobody if it ain't Swizz Beatz. Like for the last kind of couple of year now, like the last year or year and a half now, anything new that I hear from DMX is always produced by Swizz Beatz. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, right? And then also that Swizz Beatz and Rick Ross song was dope that Rick Ross has on his album. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I would like DMX to literally go in the studio with Rick Ross and like come out with like, let's say 3 songs or something like that. And I promise you that Rick Ross will bring the best out of DMX and it'll be fire. But anyway, check out the song and let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. Alright, yo, so Lil Nas X goes on Ebro in the morning, right, this morning, and he basically has an interview with Ebro, Rosenberg, and Laura Styles, right? And this is crazy because I'm like, oh, wow, you know what I'm saying? They was talking a lot of shit about Lil Nas X, right? So just to kind of recap it and everything, the last couple, it wasn't like 2 or 3 months ago, it was like back in May when like Old Town Road kind of first dropped, or maybe even April, right? When they were like, you know, Ebro was basically like, you know, Lil Nas X is trash, he's whack, you know, old man type shit, right? He's garbage, he ruined hip-hop single-handedly, what's going on with hip-hop now, this is horrible, this is disgusting, you know, Dave East was right, you know, all kind of stuff, right? And it's crazy because when Lil Nas X came up there yesterday, or it was yesterday, not this morning, they did not keep that same energy at all, right? They were swinging from his ball hairs, right? They was like, wee! You know what I'm saying? And they was all, oh yeah, talk to me about how Old Town Road started, you know? And so, you know, Lil Nas X kind of had like an off-putish kind of attitude, right? He's not gonna be hyped with him. He's not gonna be like, oh yeah, so yeah, I started Old Town Road and blah, blah, blah. He was like, yeah, yeah, because you know that he heard what they said, right? So in the very beginning of the interview, they actually asked like, hey, did you hear what we said about you or whatever like that? And he was like, yeah, I don't know, you know, but of course he heard what they said, but he's got to be professional, and he definitely was, right? And then he was just kind of answering their questions and everything, and you know, by the end of the interview, Ebro's like, man, I have such a new respect for you and blah, 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 but I promise you that wasn't the same kind of energy that they was keeping when they was just talking about Lil Nas X, right? They was basically saying that Lil Nas X single-handedly destroyed hip-hop from, you know, the ground up, right? And it's the same old man mentality, the same mentality that they said about Lil Wayne a couple years back when they're like, oh, my hip hop was Rakim, your hip hop is Lil Wayne, and that's garbage, right? Only to come to now, today in 2019, when people look at Lil Wayne as a dope lyrical legend, right? Which he is, right? So it's like sometimes these old heads would get on their high horse and just act like, oh, new hip hop and everything is horrible, when, you know, they're not even really trying to listen to it or anything like that. And thing that really blew my mind a couple months ago, back when Ebro and Rosenberg was just like going in on Lil Nas X and how he's destroying hip hop and destroying, you know, the community, is crazy, because the same person that you're saying destroying the community, you'll turn on some Jadakiss, right? You'll turn on some Styles P, and I love Jadakiss and Styles P. Those are my 2 top favorite rappers too, right? But you'll turn on Jadakiss and Styles P and listen to them rap about dealing crack in the community all day long, right? Destroying the community all day long, and then when Lil Nas X comes out and talks about riding a horse on some back road or something like that, then you got a problem with him, right? And you saying he's destroying the community or he's destroying hip-hop when he's just having fun with hip-hop, and these dudes are talking about what they was really doing in the hood to the detriment of their own people. You feel me? So I be like, yo, you mad hypocritical, and it's clear that you just don't like this dude because he's young. You feel me? But anyway, I digress with that point. But you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so Ebro and them was definitely swinging from Lil Nas X's ball hairs during their interview yesterday. But it was cool. Lil Nas X kept us cool, and then he definitely gave out some dope information. He praised Cardi B for like bringing him out and being like one of the first people in the industry to really reach out to him. He said Cardi B kind of looks at, you know, him as she was looked at, you know, a couple years ago, where people said, oh, you're a one-hit wonder with Bodak Yellow and you just came up off of the internet and everything like that. They asked him about, you know, his love for Nicki Minaj, because we all know that, you know, Lil Nas X was like the head of a Nicki Minaj fan club and all that stuff. He was like, yeah, you know, that was back then. He kind of shrugged off that question or whatever like that. But anyway, the interview was pretty dope. Let me know what you think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.